Welcome to the Build a Purposeful, Profitable Business Doing What You Absolutely Love podcast, hosted weekly by Ange, your business fairy godmother, professional copywriter, published author and business owner of 20 years. In every episode, Ange will deliver useful bite-sized insights to help you find your voice, position your value, demystify the marketing tech, and run your business on your terms.
Hi there, I just want to pop on just to discuss something that I've just been thinking about, and I think this could be quite useful for you in terms of how to approach investing in yourself. Now this has come up because I've had somebody is wanting to improve themselves. They want to invest in their learning, they want to invest in their growth, and they're surrounded by some people in their lives that are just saying, don't bother doing it, it's a waste of money, doesn't work, you're not going to do anything, you're just making other people rich and all that kind of stuff, right? So I just wanted to explore, this is a mindset thing. It's a perception of somebody's reality against another person's reality. And when I look at people that take coaching, and for example, I'm someone who takes coaching. I've always had a coach. Since I set up my business 20 years ago, I've always employed coaches to help me. And I see it as an investment in myself and an investment in my business, because I know that I can't go it alone, and I know I can't do everything, and I don't know everything. There's always something to learn. So I'm quite happy to invest in myself. Now, some people are happy to invest in themselves, and they see it as that they get a return on investment because they have some new knowledge, they've got someone to push them to greater heights, and they see the results. They see their business getting better. They're making more profit, they're expanding their reach, they're expanding their services, and they're helping more people. And on the other hand, you have other people that either decide not to invest in themselves at all and just think they can go it alone and they just stay at the same level, or they do invest one or two times and they don't have a good experience for whatever reason, or they just don't take action. And then you've got cases of two different people who take the same course, for example. They go on the same course and they get radically different results. So if the course is the same, then it's not the course that's the issue, right? It's the two individuals that are taking the course. And it comes down often to a attitude and a mindset approach. So the one person who's successful takes the course and runs with it, does everything they're supposed to do, sees the results. Then you've got the other person on the other side that doesn't take action, doesn't do what they're supposed to do, or does things in the wrong order and then says it doesn't work, and then they give up. So these are two different approaches. So if you're going to be investing in yourself, obviously you want to be this person, you don't want to be this person, right? So you want to see the results, you don't want to give up and basically be throwing your money away, right? So we want to look at, if you're going to be this person and you're going to get the results, how are you going to do that? How are you going to get that return on investment? And how are you going to make it as easy as possible for yourself? So I've written down here 7 points to getting a good return on investment for you. And I've written them down on a piece of paper so I don't forget, because I want to give you as much information as I can on this without forgetting. So I'm going to refer to my notes occasionally just to help jog my memory. So number one is definitely, as I kind of hinted at the beginning there, if you're going to invest in yourself, you want to take action. Because if you're just accumulating new knowledge, but then you don't implement it, it's as good as you not having the knowledge in the first place. Because if you're not going to do anything with it, it's redundant, right? So taking action is absolutely crucial. You need to be taking action. So one of my students, for example, she took massive action, and I was just over the moon when I saw what she had done. So she was a lady who came to me and she had zero tech knowledge. She was just not tech savvy at all. She couldn't do anything related to anything with technology. But she knew that for her business and to promote her business, she needed to have a website. She needed landing pages to offer promotions. She needed to offer some kind of lead magnet, some kind of free download to entice people onto a list. She needed a list. She knew that she needed to be able to nurture these people through emails on a regular basis. And basically she needed a funnel, all right, an online funnel. So she knew in theory what she kind of needed, but she didn't really understand how it all went together. She didn't really know what a funnel was. She just knew the various pieces but she didn't know why she had to do it, kind of thing. So I took her through using a really simple tool that I use to do all my marketing. I went through a big learning phase on all this, and I tested out all of the tech equipment out there. And to me, this is just the easiest thing. And I'm all for making things easy. And nowadays, with technology the way it is, with the apps the way they are, they're getting easier and easier to learn, easier to use. So they're all integrated. So this one particular tool has everything that you need to be able to market your business in one tool. So you don't have to learn many tools. You don't have to connect all these tools together. This was such a huge pain in the past. So now it's really easy. So I just gave her this one simple tool and said, look, everything that you need is here. I taught her how to use it. We went through a few examples, and she got by with me showing her what she had to do. And it kind of left it at that. And then the other day she asked me a question about something on the system. So I went, oh, okay, I'm not quite sure. Let me just go and have a look. So I logged into her system because I have the login details, because I help her occasionally with these things if she gets stuck. And so I went in, and what I saw just absolutely blew my mind. I was just over the moon. So what she had done is she'd gone on to another course, and she was learning how to build funnels with this other coach. But she chose to use this software to do it instead of the software he was recommended. She used the one that I recommended. And I just absolutely blew my mind that she was able, without any assistance whatsoever, to build her own landing page, and it was fantastic, and set up the whole funnel, do the lead magnet, the download, the emails. She had done everything by herself without any help. And so that's a huge transition from not being able to use tech at all to being able to market your own business online completely independently by yourself. So I was just so amazed at what she did for that. That was absolutely fantastic. And that was really just because she took action. She just decided it was a priority, and she took action. She did what she was shown, and she made it a reality. And now she has that skill for life. Okay, so that's an example of taking action. Now, she could have just as easily just decided, I can't be bothered, I'll just get someone else to do it for me. And she would have had a basic knowledge about it, but she wouldn't have had the skill. And she wouldn't have taken action, so it wouldn't have happened, all right? So that's one thing that is the only real, you can't get a return on your investment if you don't take the action after learning, right? It's logical. So you've got to be prepared to take action. So number 2, you've got to also be prepared to grow your mindset. So, I've noticed for myself over 20 years in business that my mindset is radically different from when I very first started. I started my business with no business knowledge whatsoever. I was a teacher before that, and I had no clue how to run a business, how to do anything. And this was in the days just before the internet almost, right? And then what I've done is I've kept up over the years with the changes in technology as the internet grew and as Google came up and changed the game that way. So I've always been learning. I've always been ahead of the game as to what technology is out there that I could actually harness to help my business. And it's just got better and better and better as years go by, as technology improves. So you've really got to be prepared to grow your mindset. So over the years, I've read loads of books, I've been on loads of courses, I've hired coaches, and just being able to create this abundance mindset, and the fact that yes, you can do anything you set your mind to. There's no such thing as can't. You are your own limitation, and if you don't want to be limited in what you're doing, you need to be able to grow. And one thing that kind of brought this home to me this week was I have one coach that I've been with for over a year, and when I first went through his course, I've done a couple of iterations of his course, and you get so much from it, and I thought I got everything. And then just recently I went and I listened to him again on a live webinar, and I was like, oh wow, okay, I've got different things from this time, and I'm hearing the same thing. He's saying the same thing. There's no change in what he's teaching. It's just my mindset was at a higher level at this point, that I could actually receive more information than I had before. So I would say sort of just be open to the fact that you're not going to get everything first time, and that you will grow, and then you'll be ready to receive more, and then you'll grow again and you'll be ready to receive more. So always think about having a growth mindset. You don't want to be a person that's the glass is half empty. You want to be the one that the glass is half full. And just be ready to receive, and then you're open to the opportunities that come along as well. Okay, so number 2, grow your mindset. Okay. Number 3, being able to work with others is a good thing as well. You don't want to go it alone. If you go it alone, that's kind of a scarcity mindset. You don't want to share with anyone. When you work with other people, you get new perspectives. You get different people having different perspectives, where you might have a block, some kind of blind spot as to where you should go or what is happening. Someone else can just come in straight away and say, okay, if you did that, that would work. And you'd be like, wow, why didn't I see that, right? So having other people's perspectives will really help you to grow faster. We talk about growing. You can grow when you're alone, but you grow faster as a team, right? So just be prepared to work with other people, accept other people's ideas, because you'll just be open to so much more, and your business will grow quicker as a result. Okay, so new perspectives that you can't see for yourself. Okay. Other thing with that is people sometimes think, well, only I know my business. I'm the only one that knows, and nobody else can understand what I do. But if you don't let other people in to help you, then it doesn't really matter, right? You're just still going to be on your own. But the fact of the matter is that there are other people that can do it as well as you, and there are people that can do some things better than you. So it's kind of like when you're running a business and you're hiring staff, you always want to be looking at hiring people that are better than you at the role that you're hiring them for. All right. You can't do everything. You have to delegate. You have to give other people responsibilities if you want to grow. And when you're hiring, if you hire someone who can do something as well as you can, you might as well do it yourself if you had the time. But you'll just find that other people can be better at this than you. You want to be hiring people that are above you in the roles that you want them to do. You want to be hiring the best people. And then you'll grow a lot faster as well. And this was something that I learned after years of just hiring the wrong people and trying to train people. And it's kind of like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And that's what I was trying to do with my staff. And then when I changed the way I put my ads, and I changed the job description, and I got really clear and really strict on who I wanted to hire, then the applicants that were coming in were a lot fewer, but they were really good quality applicants that actually fitted the role. And then when they came in and did the job, everything was so easy. Everything, it was just night and day. So you always want to look at to be working with people who can do things that will help you, and they're better at some things than you are. Let them do it. You don't have to do everything. Okay, so work with other people. Then talking about the people as well is not just who you're working with, but who do you have in your environment, in your life, in your circle, that is affecting especially your mindset. So you want to be hanging around people, have a network of people that are going to lift you up, not bring you down. So if you are finding the people around you are kind of going, why are you doing that? You're crazy. Why would you spend that much money on this? And why are you working so hard and all this kind of stuff? Then that's not going to serve you, really. If you are set in your goals, you know your direction, you know what you want to do. And if they're pulling you back and they're being negative, if you stay around that environment, then you're going to be sucked in and your mindset's going to shrink. Excuse me. Your mindset will shrink. So you want to keep expanding your mindset. And the way to do that is to hang around people that are on the same journey as you, maybe a little bit further ahead or a lot further ahead. And hang around people that have done what you want to do and that can give you advice and that can lift you up with their mindset, their attitude, the way they talk, because you become who you're hanging around with. So these attitudes naturally rub off on you. So if you're around negative people, you'll start to find that everything's getting to be a chore and it's depressing and it's hard and nothing's working anymore. But if you're around can-do people with a can-do attitude, then everything suddenly becomes easy and you know, it's just so much easier to do things when you're around people like that, and you will naturally be lifted higher by these people, and your progress will be a lot faster if you're around people that are able to push you and they're already at that level you want to be, and you know, you can go higher that way. So always hang around people that will lift you up. Okay. We talked earlier about having a team and being able to hire the right people so that things work. So also just get used to delegating. And when you have a team, make sure that you're delegating the things you should be delegating to them. Don't try to do everything yourself. So for example, I learned this kind of like the hard way. About 10 years ago or so, I broke my shoulder, and that's really painful because it's really painful break, and they can't set your shoulder in a cast and keep it still, right? So you're just in a sling. And for the first few weeks, I was really not able to do anything. And just moving, if I moved my toe, my shoulder hurt, right? So it was very, very painful. So as a result, I had no choice but to ask my staff to do things for me. And before that, I was kind of taking on, you know, I had this mindset of, you know, only I can do this, only I can be responsible. Everybody else is going to make a mistake, and then I'm the one who's got to clear it up, so I might as well just do it in the first place. So having my shoulder broken was kind of a blessing in disguise, because it taught me the power of delegation and the fact that other people can do things for you. And if you have the right systems in place, then you're training them and they can follow a step by step. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do it. So once I started to delegate these things to my staff, then the overwhelm stopped. All right, so use your staff wisely, and it doesn't have to be an in-house staff either anymore. With the power of technology, you can be outsourcing your work to people around the world. So I use designers in different countries. My admin staff is in Bali. She does my quotes, my invoices, and looks after my email every day. She does a little bit of design for me. You know, I've got another designer in Croatia. So, you know, it's you can work with people around the world, and then you work with people who can do the job, and it just makes everything so much easier. So outsourcing is great, and you only have to pay them when you need them. So that it's not like a full-time employee. They're just outsourced, right? Or you can, if you know it's going to be regular, you can have like an ongoing outsourcing arrangement where you pay them a fixed fee for a certain amount of hours per month, and they do those hours. So, you know, with the way the internet is nowadays, this is just such a great option for you to be able to do. So leverage on other people's skills and just do the things that you like to do and that you're good at, and that is going to make the business money, and delegate all of the rest of the stuff that is not going to, no, if that somebody else can do. It doesn't have to be you that does it. Okay. Then point number 6 really is you need to, once you set your goals and you know what you want to do, you need to do things in a systemized way. So for example, if your coach has said, I've got a system, follow my system and it's all going to work. And if you decide that you're going to jump ahead in the system because you get impatient, or you've got your priority is on task C and you haven't done task A and B yet, doing task D isn't really going to help you because you needed to set the foundations with A and B. Okay, so a classic example of this for me that I see a lot of times with my clients is that they're desperate to get leads, they're desperate to get new eyeballs on their offers, they want their clients, new clients in, so they'll pay Google ads and Facebook ads to drive traffic to their offer, only then to come to me and say, look, I'm getting all this traffic but nobody's buying. Why aren't they buying from me? And then I know before I even look at anything that there's a disconnect between the ad and the page that they're landing at. So I had this example with one client of mine where they were advertising that their readers could send money abroad, like hundreds and thousands of dollars abroad at rates much lower than the bank. So you go in, you click that and think, okay, I can send money, and then you land on the site and all they're talking about is Forex, and it's all really technical. It's in colors that you don't expect a finance company to be. It's not talking about anything to do with transferring money. It's all high-tech FX stuff all over the place. As a layman, you're just going to say, okay, obviously I misunderstood the ad, this isn't for me, and they click off, right? So there's many more examples that I have of this where customers just haven't really understood the pain points of the client, what the client wants, what their message should be, what their brand should look like. And if they send clients that are potential paying clients to their landing page, and they've paid Google, they've paid Facebook for this, and they've sent them to the page and people bounce straight off, they're just wasting their money, okay, because they haven't done the part A before they do part B, which is doing the ads. So not having the right message and the right offer in the first place means you're just going to waste your money. If you're sending people to that offer, they're just not going to buy because it's not what they expected, it's not speaking to them, it's not giving them any sense of trust that they would actually buy from. So you want to be very aware that you are doing things in the right order that is going to get you the result. So again, if your coach says do ABC, don't do CBA. Okay, so that is a way to make sure that you get a return on your investment of yourself. All right, do the things in the right order as you're supposed to do. And again, you're investing in people that will help you, so it makes sense that you listen to their advice and do that. Okay, and the last point 7, I would say, is just be aware that nothing is going to change overnight. It's going to take work, it's going to take time, so don't give up too easily. Just keep at it, set your goals, meet your goals, use your coach to help you to do that, and also have the mindset and look at it as a long-term thing. It's not something that you can just do one time and then you think everything's absolutely perfect from here on in, right? It's usually not like that. Okay, so you want to be looking at having people to help you as a long-term process. So as I said, I've been hiring coaches myself for the last 20 years because I know that there's things I don't know. I know that at every step of the journey I need help with the next thing. All right, so I'm always growing, I'm always learning, and I'm always pushing just that little bit further. And you need people to help you to do that. All right, so I hope that's helped you, that you've got some ideas now on how to get a good return of investment in investing in yourself. All right, it makes sense. If you are going to invest in yourself, you're going to do everything in your power to make that investment count and to meet the goals that you're setting out for yourself. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.